What's good, guys? My name's Nihal and today we're going to be building a PC. So the processor I'm going to be using, guys, is the Ryzen 7 2700X. It comes with a pretty decent looking stock cooler, and so I don't have to buy another stock cooler. Yeah, sorry this part didn't record, and yeah. These are all the parts I'm going to be using, guys. So for the case, I'm going to be using the ENERMAX STARRY for SF30. It was $85 and it looks really clean. It's a mid-tower case, and it comes with 4 RGB fans and a pre-installed RGB strip. As for a GPU, I'm going to be using the GTX 1650 Super. This is the only part that I need to upgrade in this list, except for my storage. For my power supply, I'm going to be using the Thermaltake Smart Series Smart 500. The motherboard I'm using is the Gigabyte B450M DS3H. It was around $74 and is one of the best budget motherboards on Amazon. For my storage, I'm going to go with 480 gigs of SSD. I wanted to get an M.2 drive, but it was more expensive. For my hard drive, I'm going to be using the WD Blue 400 gigs of hard drive. I have 2 storage places for my hard drive, so I'm probably going to get another one in the future. But for now, this is what I'm going to be using. For the RAM, I'm going with 3200 MHz. It's DDR4 RAM, and I have 2 sticks because dual channel is faster than single. I'm going with the full-size mousepad because this mousepad had the best reviews on Amazon for $20, and I already tested it out and it's pretty decent. I got a keyboard and mouse combo. So the keyboard was a mechanical keyboard with blue switches. They weren't. You guys will be needing 4 tools. One is this tool right here. I have no idea what it's called, but this is the second tool. I also don't know what this is called. And you only need a screwdriver with 2 different types of tips. One is this flat tip right here, and the other one is this tip, it's even flatter. I'm just trolling, guys. All you guys need is a regular screwdriver, and if you want to insert an M.2, the tip, it could be a little skinnier, but that's it. All you need is a screwdriver. So I don't have the strap to ground myself, so I'm just going to touch metal. So I could either touch the metal in the case, or I could touch the metal on the power supply. So I'm going to be touching the metal on the power supply. So in the power supply, there's instruction manuals, of course, and then the power supply itself. Let's not talk about that. But anyways, guys, this is the power supply, and I would recommend you guys to get a modular one because it looks cleaner, and all the YouTubers were telling me to get a modular power supply, but you need to spend more money for a modular one. So guys, that's about it, and I'm gonna turn my switch on, so in the end I could just turn my computer on. So yeah, the circle's off and the line's on. The cables look messy. in the motherboard there's an IO shield. So the IO shield is very important to put in before you put in your motherboard in the case, because you might have to take it out to put your case IO shield back in. I think that most motherboards will come with 2 or more SATA cables. So there's a CD for drivers, I think. And a good place to put your motherboard on is on your motherboard box, because that's what all the YouTubers said. The processor I'm going to be using is the Ryzen 7 2700X. It has 8 cores and 16 threads. I've heard that the processor is like one of the most delicate parts of like the whole PC. All I need to do is line the triangle up with the triangle on the motherboard socket. All I have to do is just lift the bracket and it should just fall in. We have the AMD Wraith Prism cooler. The thermal paste is already pre-applied, so I don't need to do that. This stock cooler was kind of hard getting on. I had to use like a screwdriver to like wedge between the thing, and then it like clipped on. This part was kind of scary because I thought I was gonna break the clip when I tried to like lock the cooler in place. So yeah, the USB goes in USB 1 or 2. It really doesn't matter. There's a blocked out pin, and then there's like no pin on the motherboard. All you have to do is match it up and just plug it in. Yeah, I plugged in the fan header and like tucked in the cable. So now I'm gonna be installing the RAM. So I have to install my RAM sticks in the slots A2 and B2. I have to line up the gap with the notch on the RAM slots and just put it in and just put force, and it should just snap in place. My back panel just lights off. I got 2 Velcro straps from my case and the screws I'll be needing. As for my power supply, I'm gonna face it down because there's more ventilation. I needed 4 screws to put my power supply in, and they look like this. So yeah, I remembered that I had to take the IO shield and put it in, because if I didn't, I would have to like take out my whole motherboard, and that would just be annoying. I already have pre-installed standoffs in my case, so I don't need to worry about that. So I had to do the front panel connectors. So the top left was the power LED plus, right next to that was a power LED minus, and then next to that was a power switch. Below all that was a reset switch. Sorry guys, my USB 3.0 connector didn't record. I'm pretty sure that's called a Molex cable, and all I had to do was plug it into those things over there. Now I have to plug in my SATA cables into the hard drive. Now I'm going to be putting in my SSD. Alright guys, I don't know what this cable is called, but I think you just connect it to the SATA cable. All I have to do is connect the SATA cables into my motherboard. Sorry guys, but a lot of parts got cut off, like the part where I connect all my power supply cords to my motherboard and me putting in the GPU. So sorry about that. when I went to turn on my PC, this is what happened. So guys, all the fans are spinning, even the GPU fans are spinning, everything looks like it's working. But when I like looked on my screen, it said no signal, so I really didn't know what to do. I'll explain what I did after that in my next video. So that's basically it, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.